Yo, what up, players in the His House? It's your boys, the Pelbros, up in the His House as per usual. We're dropping another video today. We wanted to discuss some potential trade rumors, a bit of gossip girl around here, mate. So this is obviously myself, Ryan DW, and my boy as always. What's his name?
Yo, James here, what up?
Yeah, so us two obviously combined equals the Pelbros. And, we've been killing it this year. We just dropped an episode of our podcast earlier this week. Honestly, it's banging. You know what I mean? It's a proper. Even James's girlfriend gave us a thumbs of approval. It was a good episode, right?
Yeah, mate, got that tick of approval.
Yeah, but and that's coming from a chick, right? And this is supposed to be for guys. So you're a guy, I'm assuming, listening in. So you're gonna fucking love this shit. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit us the fuck up. But anyways, let's get into it, James. So there was that Washington game on today. So at least we had a fucking dub. Right, so that's probably the only one positive for this entire video. Let's discuss everything else in terms of I guess the potential trade rumors when it comes to Lonzo Ball and JJ Redick. What do you reckon about this? Or I think the biggest fucking question on top of all that, which we'll get into for the next episode on the podcast, is let's fucking fire SVG, but let's trade Bledsoe. Let's trade Bledsoe. But okay, that's a bit of like a sneak peek of like where I sit. But sorry, James, let me sit down and please preach your thing, son.
Yeah, so technically we're a bit late to this, but I think a day ago some rumors came out, some tweets from some of the big players that the Pelicans are shopping Lonzo Ball, JJ Redick, two of I guess you could call staples for the past year or so, and it's just off the back of just poor performances. So what are we were 5-10 at that stage or something. Obviously, like we got the W today against Washington Wizards. You can kind of see that in today's game, they all came out like a bit more hungry, a bit more, wanting to actually win. Now that all these rumors are coming out, like ironic, right? But yeah, just super poor performances. Lonzo's inconsistency, JJ's slump. It's clear that they want to make some moves, and they're not going to fire the coach. 15 games into the season, so they're going to look at roster moves. What can we change in order to improve the team? Clearly, with Lonzo, Stan's not getting the most out of him, or slash Stan's playstyle does not suit Lonzo. It's clear that there's a clear system that needs to be around him, of ball movement, of pace. To I guess Stan's credit, or not to shit on him too hard, but Lonzo himself hasn't really improved that much in terms of his offense, and his 3-point shooting hasn't been that great this season. So yeah, overall it doesn't seem like it's working, and they put him on the chopping block. For JJ, he's got a fat contract. Contenders are going to want him. So he's just a valuable asset at the moment. My opinion, based on what how we're performing, I'm happy to trade both of them. I'm happy to see us make some moves. Like you said, trade Bledsoe I think is a good one as well. If I had to choose, I'd probably consider trading Bledsoe first, but I'm happy to see Lonzo, and at least us shop around and ask teams for who they can supply or provide for us, because right now it's just not working. Simple as that. Ryan, I'll throw it over to you on your initial thoughts. Yeah, mate, no worries. Well, basically, I pretty much I agree with you to an extent, right? I guess what I want to say is that you guys got to take into consideration. Obviously, me and James are the Pelbros, the only one and only Pelbros, but we're busy hustling on these streets, so we don't necessarily get. And we're in Australia too, so the time zone is all fucked up. So we don't necessarily get to catch all the fucking games live, and even when we have tried to this year at least, got just fucking postponed. So what I'm trying to say though is that like because of that, we might not have as like our perspective is a bit different, right? So what I've kind of did, yesterday or so when these rumors are going around, I was just reading a few like discussion threads and shit like that about it, YouTube comments even. Kind of like from what I gather, it seems as if SVG, like it's kind of talking about what you're saying in terms of SVG's playstyle. Apparently what he's doing is he's kind of making Bledsoe the PG more so, and then Lonzo's doing more of like a catch and shoot role, or like a shooting guard kind of role, right? And that obviously you could say like that's obviously not gonna fucking work, but I don't fucking know. Like that's apparently what is happening in these games. Is that obviously last year we had Drew and RIP. Oh, not RIP, but sadly missed.
But basically, Drew though, Drew, like obviously, I hate to bring up the fucking obvious, but obviously Lonzo was PG and Drew played more of the SG kind of role, right? So I think that is one kind of thing. It's just like, why the fuck is SVG playing it like that in the first place? Hence my initial kind of thing, fire SVG. But I think the second kind of thing, like the main kind of thing that you touched on too, is I think before we even consider fucking, okay, JJ, I don't mind putting him on there, but Lonzo, because he's such a fucking, like young acid, he obviously has talent, right? He always showed glimpses of it last season, although it was maybe for like fucking 2 games at a time, 3 games at a time, you know what I mean? Like so 20-point games, so fucking shit. Fuck you, Lonzo, actually. No. But what I'm trying to say though is like, why am I even fucking vouching for this guy, right? Fucking, he's no BI or anything like that. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, what I'm trying to say is that I feel as if before you even get into discussion of this entire Lonzo Ball kind of situation is, why the fuck don't we like move around the pieces a bit differently, like SVG, and then secondly, we should be talking about getting fucking or like, seeing what the fuck we can get for Bledsoe, because I didn't even think we were going to keep Bledsoe. I thought we were going to flip him in the first place. So why the fuck don't we try to get rid of fucking Bledsoe, see what we can get for that, and then start thinking about Lonzo. But apart from that, yeah, JJ Redick, I know what the fuck you're doing, but you're doing so fucking shit. So I'm happy to trade him.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say one thing about Bledsoe is I imagine that they perceive Lonzo's value as being probably a bit higher just because he's so young, and teams potentially see some potential in him. And that could be a reason why they want to flip Lonzo before Bledsoe. JJ is just in his own story, right? I think he was shooting 45% from 3 last year, 41% career shooter, and I think this year he's shooting like 30% or something.
Damn.
He's just asking himself to get traded, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of like trade rumors, it seems like what we've been hearing is that we're keen on Kelly Oubre. So from the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
So that's something that's been going around, whispers.
That could be interesting, I guess.
Yeah, and I just wanted to bring up, like, it seems like the fan base, or at least, I mean, obviously Reddit's not a good indication, but also Instagram, it seems like the Pelicans fan base is like, I guess, conflicted, or like they've split almost 50-50 on whether they'd trade Lonzo to the Golden State Warriors for Oubre. It seems like an interesting choice. Maybe I'll just quickly throw it to you. Like, what are your thoughts on that trade? Because that seems to be the biggest rumor out there, that we're actually going after Oubre.
Yeah, I mean, but my kind of thing is that, like, does that guy really fucking match up with our team well? What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I've already said and expressed that I don't feel like he makes our team better.
Yeah, like, exactly. Because
we're not.
It's not another guard. We need guards. Oh, not guards, but we need like someone to replace Lonzo, I think. Yeah,
I think what we're looking for at the moment is a playmaker who can shoot, and Kelly doesn't give any of that. So he's shot abysmally this year. He's been pretty trash in terms of 3-point shooting. He can score. He's a bit of a slasher, and he can defend. I respect that, but unless we're playing him in the second unit, which I don't think they would. I think they're looking for like a starter. I just don't see how much value he can provide to us. He'll need to score the ball at the basket, which we already have guys that can do that. Bledsoe, Zion, BI. We really just need a guy who can catch the ball, shoot consistently, shoot above 40%, and then also play make for us. So, literally probably any other point guard in the fucking league, to be honest. But
that is true. I'm into that, sister.
Yeah, so it seems like definitely split in terms of the fans on making that trade. That's my thoughts. I just feel like he won't make us better overall unless we're looking at him as a wing. I mean, he can be a good wing defender, maybe in the second unit, but apart from that, it's not really a trade I'd take. Aside from that, there haven't been too many rumors around. There has been some whispers around like potentially a trade for like Bradley Beal.
Hey, finally. Okay, a great thing you brought up Bradley Beal, because I myself was actually going to bring up Bradley Beal again, but continue.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to add. Like, there's been rumors. I guess that's more like fan whispers.
You mean Lonzo Ball for Bradley Beal, or what do you mean?
I don't know how it would work out. We'd have to give up like a bunch of picks and shit. Obviously, he's got a fat contract as well, so I don't know how it would actually work out. But like, maybe that's just what fans want. I don't know if it's actually realistic, and like whether the Wizards would even take it. And then the other one I've been hearing is like Zach LaVine, maybe. But I just can't see a trade where Chicago decides to take that. Like, maybe that benefits our team, but how does Chicago get any better, if they lose Zach LaVine? He's pumping it for them right now. So, I'll let you get into Bradley Beal.
Oh no, it's just pretty much how I'm gonna sum like this entire video. Basically, this all could have been avoided. I mean, I was talking to James before we started recording, and I'm gonna repeat the exact same thing. This could have all been avoided. We would even be having this fucking talk if we just listened to what the fuck I've been saying in terms of my, I guess, fantasy kind of trade for Drew was Drew for like Bradley Beal, and obviously some more shit like coming over to us. But pretty much, if we didn't trade to Milwaukee and have this fucking Bledsoe creature with us, and instead we had like Bradley Beal just dropping fucking 40, 50, whatever bullshit, how he feels like. Honestly, this wouldn't have been an issue right now. I think he would have been a great fit for like the kind of core that we already had, including Lonzo. And who knows, maybe JJ would have been deciding, hey, let's make a fucking 3 for once, if Bradley Beal was on the team. But I just feel as if, obviously not for the current situation right now, but beforehand when we had Drew, I reckon, like, I'm kind of being like, yeah, we should have got like Bradley Beal back then. If now it's a bit too late, I feel. But yeah, all in all, though, I'd say, yeah, like, why the fuck don't we try to like sort shit out first with Lonzo? But I'm more than happy to get rid of fucking Bledsoe and more than happy to get rid of JJ though.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'll cap this video off by kind of just saying like, yeah, JJ definitely would have interest around the league. I feel like contenders gonna want him. So like the Nets, potentially.
Yeah, true.
Maybe like the Clippers even. Like literally anyone who needs 3-point shooting and they trust him enough that they think that he'll get out of this slump. You know, I hope to see it. Maybe like fucking better that he gets out of the slump on the Pelicans than on another team. But yeah, it seems like, you know, people calling him washed maybe. I don't know if that's true. But definitely I could see he's like even no matter what, even if he stayed, I can't imagine his heart and like his soul would be in it. You know what I mean? Like we broke his playoff streak. It doesn't look like we're going to go to the playoffs this season. Like, why even keep him around? Like, you may as well try and get what you can out of a 36, 37-year-old, 13 million contract guy by giving him to a contender who's going to want him, and then he's actually going to make an impact.
Yeah, true. I guess that's pretty much it. Like, JJ, stop being so shit, and Lonzo, stop being so shit too.
Yeah, that pretty much caps off the video. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of these trade rumors? You happy to? I know there's a lot of, you know, Ball brothers and Zoe fans out there. How do you feel about these trade rumors? And then also for JJ, we've got that JJ highlight video blowing up. So if you want to relive those good moments, check it out on our YouTube channel. It's our most viewed video. We've got plenty of other content, so definitely subscribe.
All right, peace.
We out.